Hey, hey, hey. How you guys doing? Check out my shirt. Uh-huh. I don't know if it's true or not, guys. I really don't. Miss Daisy said it's true, though, so you gotta love that. Welcome to base camp, guys. Rainy, nasty day. I just got finished my hike. Miss Daisy said, "You're not gonna go out there. You're not going on a hike this morning, are you? It's raining all day. It's 90%. I said, "It's drizzling rain. It's not a heavy downpour with lightning bolts. We walk. I want you to walk too, guys. Get out there. Get the body moving. I'm just the messenger, guys. That's all I am. A messenger. Lost another guy the other day. Oh, yeah, he was 81 though. 81, so I don't know. He had a rough life. He ran a bulldozer. The story is his daddy put him in the seat of a bulldozer, mind you, adjusted the things so that the boy could reach the pedals. His entire life, guys, he's been behind the controls of a bulldozer or a backhoe, moving earth. I hear the rain picking up. Yeah, it's raining all day. Yeah, he ran his whole life on a bulldozer. Couldn't read or write. Could not read or write. Whenever he'd come on the job site, and if I was on the job site, and he ran a crew, he ran a 3, 4, 5-man crew of earth movers. I don't think any of them knew that he couldn't read or write other than me. He'd come over to me, "Steve, can you do my timesheets for me?" Who you got? "Well, I got this one, this one, this one." I said, so he handed me a piece of paper, and he went around to each one of them, had them write their name on there. And I looked at it. I said, this one dude here, I can't even read his chicken scratch. Can you go back there and have him print it for me? Yeah, so he went back and had him print his name so I could read it. Yeah, hey, the guy was a great dozer operator, okay? You don't have to be, you can get by in life. I was amazed he got by 81 years with no reading or writing skills. He knew math, he knew how to count change and all that, and he definitely knew how to move earth. Yeah. He could move mountains, guys, mountains. But anyway, he checked out. Many years of smoking and bad diet and this and that. He didn't make it to 100. I'm saying today, guys, if you don't make it to 125, you failed. Okay, you failed. And I'm sorry. This is just tough love speech here from Steve-O. I'm telling you right now. It's just tough love. Well, is Steve-O going to make it to 125? I'm hoping to 175. I tell people that, and they just laugh, and they laugh, and they laugh, and they laugh. Steve-O, you are one crazy, whacked out dude, man. You are flipping nuts. I said, yeah, so what? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, okay? What the heck? Anyway. Yeah, I mean, had a gut feeling. One of my buds I've known since early 60s. This is another one I've known from the 60s. The other one that died the other day, he was from the 50s, late 50s. Anyway. Yeah. Known this guy since the 60s, Vietnam guy. Running around with shrapnel in him and everything. He's not dead yet, that I know of. I had a gut feeling. I said I better call him because he's had issues before. He'd run around when I'd go up there. Him and I'd go on expeditions in the airboat and this and that. Fishing, hunting. We've hunted during the early years, way back. We hunted together, hunted wild pigs, ran through the jungles, killing wild pigs and stuff. Had a heck of a time. And So he called me one day and he says, what are you doing? He said, I'm having a hard time keeping the truck on the road. I said, well, what do you mean? He said, it keeps drifting to the left. I pull it over and it drifts back to the left. I said, is it the truck or is it you? He said, I think it's me. I said, bro, can you make it to the VA? Because he's got VA benefits. Can you make it to the Veterans Hospital? Yeah, I think so. I said, go there immediately. So he did. Well, come to find out, he had a mini stroke. And every time I'd go up there, guys, he'd be sitting there. He's got a box. I don't know if you've seen this movie before. It's a box full of margaritas you can get at the liquor store with a valve on it. A freaking, something like you get your OJ out of or some crazy. Yeah. Sitting on the front seat. Or usually have it in the toolbox hid in case the cop pulls him over, right? You don't want to sit there with a box of margarita mix there. And he'd just taper that off and be sitting there drinking nuts going down the road and stuff. Like we had good sense and stuff. And then next to that, sitting in the seat, would be a 2-pound, mind you, 2 pounds of M&Ms. He had a craving for M&M. And this was after the stroke episode. I said, whoa, bro. Whoa, what? I said, no, this isn't good. So here's another one. Not listening to old Steve-O. Common sense stuff. You don't need it, guys. You don't need any of this garbage. You don't need cigarettes. You don't need to be smoking cannabis unless whatever. You like it, whatever. It's not good for your lungs. If you're going to do cannabis, I suggest you ingest it, okay, in proper amounts. Make RSO, Rick Simpson oil. Yeah, it can kill cancer. Our corrupt big pharma people don't want to tell you this. But today we're just out of control. He went there, they squared him away at the VA place, and this was I think about 3 years ago that little deal happened. But he's declining. He's been slowly declining. I think he fried some brain cells on that stroke thing. And I talked to his wife, and he had a major stroke Saturday. Major stroke. He got out of bed. He said, "Man, this is his wife talk. I'm really dizzy." And she checked, I guess they checked his blood pressure. He was 200 over something, and he was on big pharma meds. That's the other thing, guys. Get off these big pharma meds, and how are you going to do that? You're going to convert over to a carnivore diet. That's the proper human diet. The standard American diet is going to take you out of the food chain very soon, okay? Yeah, you may make it go. You may even go to 100 years old. But the last portion of your life, and that could be 20, 30 years, you're going to be in decline. You're going to be screwed up. You're going to have gut issues. You're going to have skin issues. You're going to have this. You're going to have that. The list is a mile long, guys. A mile long. Anyway, she said he was sitting there up, and he said, "I'm dizzy." And she said all of a sudden he starts getting really clammy. And she says, "Screw this. I'm calling 911. They got the ambulance there. They hauled him to, I think, Gainesville, VA. So he's there now. And while he was there, they were checking him out. And he checks out. They immediately shove a tube in him, get him going again. And then they started running tests and CT scan. And then they had found out nodules in his lungs. And they said it didn't look conducive to smoking, although he was a prior smoker. Hadn't smoked in years, but he was prior smoker. They said it's not looking like it, and I told his wife, I said, he told me they were hit pretty hard in Nam with Agent Orange, and that's a herbicide. So anyway, she said, yeah, they know that. That was one of his benefits from the military was he was on disability, and that was one of the things that they listed. But anyway, I don't know if I'm just hoping the old boy's alive still. This morning, I don't know. she's going to contact me and give me an update on it. But I got my fingers crossed on the old boy because he's been a great friend for forever. But his memory and everything, he just the old boy in the last more than 6 years has been declining. It's been terrible, really. It really has. But yeah, you can recover from a stroke. I knew a farmer up there in Michigan, Custer, Michigan. Yeah, my bud and I were driving down looking for places to hunt. I would go up there every year for a week or two and stay with him. But he didn't have land at the time, and so him and I would just hunt federal ground. You could do all right on that. And then we'd hunt for private ground. Well, we're going down the road, country road. He's right in Amish country too. You got the Amish guys. It's kind of cool. The Amish guys are going by pulling a 6-horse team, with a corn picker on the back. It's pretty cool stuff. And I'd watch them up there, working the horses and harvesting. Because at the time of year when I was there, it was in October. October 1, bow season starts, and that's what we did. So we're going down the road, and there's this farmer sitting there and off the side of the road with a combine, big old John Deere pulling it, a combine. So I said, let's pull over and talk to this old boy. So we pulled over because we're looking for places to bow hunt, right? And I'm walking up on this guy, and his arm's dangling down, limp-like, right? He had had a stroke umpteen weeks before this, but he was still paralyzed. This didn't have facial paralyzing like most people do. They'll just one side will shut down. Just his friggin' arm. His legs can move and everything. It was his arm. And I walked up there and he said, "Hey." I said, "Hey, how you doing today?" He said, "Oh, not worth a crap." I said, "What's the matter?" I saw that hand. I thought, man, did this guy just have a stroke? He said, "I had a stroke here a while back." And he says, "Damn arm still isn't working right. I said, "Well, what are you trying to do, bro?" He said, "I'm trying to move this slide bar right here with this wrench." And he said, "I got to tweak it over. I got to fine tune this combine. It's not picking right." I said, "Well, what do you want to do? I'll do it for you. Give me the wrench." He gave me the wrench. He said, "Loosen this bolt right here and that slide bar, moving on over to this, I think it's number 8 notch right here, and set it there and retighten it." So I did jiffy, it was a 2-second deal, right? He couldn't get it. He was frustrated. He was about ready to start slinging wrenches, and he was doing some cussing too. So I did it. He was just as thankful as can be. He said, "What are you boys up to?" I said, "We're bow hunters looking for a place to hunt." He said, "You can kill everyone in this county as far as I'm concerned. They've ate so much of my corn." He said, "It's getting crazy." Well, I said, "Well, we're not out to kill every deer in the county." I said, "But we would like to bag a couple of them." He said, "Go right over down the road here and talk to my son. He's right over here at this farm. Right? Go over and tell him I sent you, and tell him you boys need to get a spot to deer hunt, because I want these things thinned out," he said. So we did, and we went over there. We talked to Dan, his son Dan, and Dan said, "I've got guys that come in here, friends of mine. Dad don't even know about it. I got them hunting this woods and this woods." But he said, "I do have a piece right over here you guys can hunt. There's deer in there." So we went over there. And I did take a yearling out of there the next day out of there. So we had a little piece of meat there. But then we moved on from that. And we never really went back, but we always went back. He sold corn. So we would go get our corn from him to where we could bait up deer. Because up there it was legal at the time. I'm thinking it still is. You can bait deer up, and that's a good way to get them. But anyway, we went up to where I'm going with the story was. A year or so later, we're up there, and here's the old boy running around the shop. All of his body parts are working, right? He went on a better, lifestyle. Okay, somebody broke the news to him, and he was fine. His arms working good. He's crawling underneath machinery. All winter long, they're up there doing repair work on machinery, welding, and he's up under there with a friggin' welder, guys. This guy is up there 80-some years old. He's under there with a welder. He's welding this. As far as I know, the old boy's still going to this day, and he's got to be 90-something if he's still kicking. But anyway, you can recover from strokes, but I told my bud a long time ago, please change your lifestyle. It's so easy to do. I'm doing it. And I damn sure ain't no rocket scientist, I can tell you that. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I get it and I understand what's going on. But the corruption in this country is got out of freaking control. Yeah, with it just, it's everywhere, guys. It's everywhere. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is what it is. We've got an administration right now that is just totally out of control and totally breaking the law and totally doing treasonous stuff. And they're protecting Big Pharma. These are the same people protecting Big Pharma and letting them get away with freaking murder, okay? And I told them, the reason I'm saying it's murder is because they keep pushing these drugs. The television's loaded with it. You turn on the television, every other commercial is a Big Pharma commercial pushing you toward taking this drug and that drug. Psoriasis, guys, psoriasis. That's such an easy one. All this stuff is easy, basically, if you get on the proper human diet. And that's basically a carnivore diet. If you're on any kind of sugar, eating any kind of sugar, any food that turns into sugar, what is that? Pasta, rice, bread, white potatoes, and all that stuff. You're asking for problems. Why do that? You can be, and you, after a while, once you guys, everybody says, oh, I got to have my sugar, I got to have my candy, I got to have my ice cream. You see how goofy people are on the ice cream, right? You got Nancy and Joe. You can't ask for any more goofier than those two, all right? So there's a perfect example of what I'm telling you is happening. These are leaders of our country. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay? And people are listening to these people, all right? See, I'm just the messenger, guys. That's all I am, the messenger. It is what it is. So, yeah. Get off the sugar. Stop listening to all these stupid people. I mean, it's crazy. You will repair yourself, and once you get fat adapted, the cravings go away on the cocaine. The white powder cocaine, I call it, is sugar. It goes away. It will go away. Every once in a while you'll get a little craving. You'll see somebody in a restaurant sopping down pancakes like a hog in a trough. You're going, oh God, I'd love to have that. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're going to go down a path that's going to kill you early. You don't need it. I've seen it all in my family. I've seen it all in my family. It's stupid, but they didn't know. They didn't know. These doctors today don't know what's going on because this is how they were taught in med school. You're going to push drugs. You're not going to tell these people holistic things to do, like stop eating sugar. Sugar is poison. Sugar, guys, is not even a food. Would you believe that? It's not even considered a food in the real world. In Steve-O's real world, it's not even a food. It is a poison. Once you understand that, you're gonna have a happier life. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. And you can do what I do. You can go out and walk in the rain. Put your little rain coat on and walk. Miss Daisy said, you're not going to walk in that stuff. I said, the heck I'm not. So I did my 2-mile hike every day. Now, if there's lightning bolts flying around, obviously you're not going to do that. Duh. Okay, guys. So to touch base with you. See how you're doing. I keep pissing in your ear, I know. I just keep pissing in your ear. I can't help it. It's just old Steve-O. I love pissing in people's ears. And I think I'm shipping out a good, I think I'm sending out a good message. I really do. I don't care what the high-end people at Big Pharma think or our government. And they're protecting the VA clinic. These people are pushing drugs like you wouldn't believe. This fellow I was just telling you about, they had him on 26, I don't know how many he's on now. He was on 26 medications. Totally corrupt, guys, and you don't need none of them. Once you get fat adapted, all that need for that stuff goes away. What are the benefits of being a carnivore? For one, I'm in here in a t-shirt. It's 50 degrees right here, and this door is wide. I'm not chilly at all. Not chilly at all. No. You take cold better. Think about it. Think about the Eskimos. They were total carnivores, basically, until they adopted this stupid standard American diet. Now they're all dying like flies, like everyone else. They could take the cold with just a little, caribou parka on and some homemade mucklucks. They could take the cold. And you take the sunlight too. Every chance I get out, I'm out here sunning. I'm sunning in the backyard. I bought a nice little Walmart cot. Yeah, I baked both sides, stripped down to my skivvies, and I'm out here in the sun cooking, guys. Don't burn. I don't burn. You don't slather on all that stupid sunscreen. That will give you cancer. That in itself will give you cancer. Okay? All right, guys. Pray for my buddy. I'm praying. Hope he makes it. We don't know. It's up to him. It's up to him and the guy upstairs. Be good, be strong, be happy, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.